Session 7.3 Using slope to graph the equation of lines and linear models. Example, sketching a line. Sketch the line that has a slope m equal to -2/5 and y-intercept 0, 3. So we want to graph a linear equation. The equation has a y-intercept pass through this point and the slope is going to be -2/5. And remember, we learned it from the previous session. The slope is going to be equal to y/1. For the negative here, you could put it in front of it, or you could put it on the top, or you could put it on the bottom. So right now here, I'm going to put -2/5. And the slope is going to be equal to y/1. So first, you're going to find out the y-intercept. 0, 3, x equal to 0, y equal to 3. At this point, we're going to do y/1. So first, we could do 5 units. So this is a positive. We're going to go to the right 5 unit. We're supposed to go up, but we're going to get -2. So that's why we're going to go down 2 units. Okay, down 2 units. And then we're going to get another point, the 5 and the 1 in here. Okay, one more time. We have the y-intercept, locate the y-intercept, 0 and 3. And look at the slope, y/1. And then we're going to want to the right 5 units. And then we're going to go down 2 units. And then we're going to get another coordinates, 5 and 1 here. So now, I'm going to join these 2 points together. This is going to be my straight line. Okay, this is the line with the y-intercept 0 and 3, and then the slope equal to -2/5 here. Finding the slope and y-intercept from a linear equation. For a linear equation of the form y equal to mx plus b. The slope of the line is m, so when we have the linear equation here, the slope that will be equal to your m in here. And for the b, that will be my y-intercept. So my y-intercept that will be equal to 0b. And we call this as a slope-intercept form. I need you guys to remember y equal to mx plus b. The equation is called slope-intercept form. Because when you look at the linear equation, you should be able to figure out what is your slope, what is your m equal to, and what is your b? What is y-intercept equal to? So graphing an equation in slope-intercept form. To graph an equation of the form, when you guys look at the linear equation y equal to mx plus b, first, plot the y-intercept, okay, 0b, and then use m equal to y/1 to plot a second point. For example, if my slope equal to 2/3, means I'm gonna go to the right 3 units and then go up 2 units. Number 3, sketch the line that pass through these 2 points together. Okay, let's try the first example. Sketch the graph of y equal to -3/4x plus 4. So first, I want you guys to figure out what is your y-intercept and what is your slope. The y-intercept should be equal to the b, right? So it should be 0 and 4. That will be your y-intercept. Okay, what is your slope equal to? Slope will be equal to your m, will be like this guy, right? -3/4. -3/4. And again, this is talking about y/1. So, first step, plot the y-intercept, the 0, 4 here. And then we're gonna 1 to the 4 unit. And then go down 3 unit because this is gonna be -3. So you're gonna get another coordinate, 4 and 1. Now, join these 2 points together. This is going to be your linear equation, y equal to -3/4x plus 4. Okay, so for this example, if I given the linear equation, you can figure out what is the y-intercept and also what is your slope. And based on the y-intercept and the slope, you could graph the linear equation. Now, I'm going to do it another way around. How about I give you guys the slope and the y-intercept? Can you find out the linear equation? Look at this example. Find an equation of the line that has a slope 2/3 and y-intercept 0 and -5. So right now, we know the slope equal to 2/3 and we know the y-intercept 0 and -5. So we're gonna substitute to the equation of y equal to mx plus b. And this is represent your slope, so you're gonna substitute to your m in here. And you know 0, -5, this is represent your b. Okay, so we're gonna plug in -5 to the b in here. Okay, take care of the sign here, positive, negative, you're gonna get negative. So this is gonna be your linear equation. Okay, another example. To find an equation of line from the graph, determine the slope and the y-intercept 0b from the graph. So first, let's figure out what is your y-intercept. Y-intercept talking about the equation hitting the y-axis. So that will be in this point here. So my y-intercept of this line will be x equal to 0, y equal to -1. Okay, now we're gonna figure out what is my slope here. So we're gonna start with my y-intercept. I will go down 2 units. And then I'm gonna go to the right 3 units. Okay, we're down 2 units. Go to the right 3 units. So this is gonna be y/1. That means my slope is gonna be equal to -2/3. Or you don't have to going down in here. You also can go up. Okay, let's try start with the y-intercept here. We're gonna go up 2 units. So this is gonna be 2. And then we're gonna go to the left 3 units to hit another points in here. So in here, that will be 2 over -3. Okay, 2 over -3. The negative, it doesn't matter. You could put it on the top, you could put it in the front, you could put it in the denominator. Okay, number 2, substitute your values for m and b into the equation. So you know your y-intercept, you know the slope. Can you guys plug into this equation? So we have the slope -2/3x, and then the b, that will be y-intercept, which is going to be -1 here. Graphing a model's line. The percentage of United States food sales that are organic products are sold in the table for various years. Let P be the percentage of the United States food sales that are organic products at T years since 2000. A reasonable model is P equal to 0.3T plus 1.1. Okay, so graph the model. Graph the model means I want to graph this linear equation. Okay, look at this form. This is just equal to y equal to mx plus b. So first, we want to figure out the p-intercept. Okay, means the y-intercept here. So the p-intercept here, that will be 0, 1.1. And then what is the slope equal to? Slope will be equal to m here, right? mx, so that will be 0.3. Okay, we have the decimal here. We want to change it. We want to convert it to the fraction. So I could rewrite it 0.3/1. And then we're gonna move the decimal space to the right. One decimal space to the right here. I'm gonna do the same thing on the denominator. One decimal space to the right. So I'm gonna get 3/10. This is gonna be my slope. And this is means like y/1. First, find out the p-intercept, 0 and 1.1. And then we're gonna want 10 units, go to the right, 10 units. And then go up 3 units. So we're gonna get another point here. And then join these 2 points together. You will have the linear equation. And this is gonna be your model. Number 2, predict when 6.2% of food sales will be organic products. So look at the linear equation again. We want to see 6.2%, okay? 6.2% somewhere like here. So we're gonna draw the line from 6.2, hit the linear equation, and then we're gonna go down. So this is approximate t equal to 17. Okay, t equal to 17. So look at the graph in here. The t represents years since 2000, means t equal to 0 when year 2000. Right now your t equal to 70. Which years is gonna be? We're gonna use 2000 plus 17. You're gonna get 2017 according to the model. Okay, look at this example. Worldwide jewelry sales are sold in the table below for various years. Let S be annual jewelry sales in billions of dollars at T years since 2000. A model of this situation is S equal to 26T minus 38. So we have the number of the years here and the sales in here. Draw a scatter plot and the model in the same graph. Check whether the line comes close to the data points. So we want to draw a scatter plot and also we want to graph the linear equation in the same graph. First step, we're going to rewrite this table. So we know that T years since 2000 means T equal to 0 when year 2000. So right now, year 2009, what is your t equal to? You could subtract it. You're gonna find it out. T equal to 9. Okay, do the same thing for here. 2010 minus 2000. That would be 10, right? So t equal to 10. Okay, so you're gonna see t equal to 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then the sales doesn't change. You could just copy these 5 numbers from here. So now you do have the coordinate. You could construct the scatter plot. Make sure including your title, label the x-axis and the y-axis. So my x-axis here, this is represent your year since 2000. You have the title and label your y-axis. So we have the first coordinate 9, 202. So 9 here, 202 somewhere like here, and then 10, 214, so somewhere like here. So just construct the scatter plot by hand, point by point from here. Okay, we are not done yet. We need to graph the linear equation, the S equal to 26T minus 38. Okay, graph the linear equation. You could use y equal to mx plus b to graph your linear equation, but your y-intercept, your s-intercept here is talking about like negative 38. Okay, so we don't want to use this method. So now we're gonna have the table here. Just make up any points for the t, plug into the equation, find out the s in here. So I would just choose like the t equal to 9, 11, and 13. And then plug in t equal to 9 into this equation. So 26 times 9 minus 38, you're gonna get 196. Okay, try to do it by yourself, find out these 2 points, and then graph the linear equation. Okay, check your work. You could get 248 and 300. Okay, so the first one is going to be 9 and then 196 somewhere like here. And then 11, 248 is really close to this point. And then last one, 13 and 300. So it's exactly on this point here. So join these 3 points together, you're going to get the linear equation. Okay, answer the question. Check whether the line comes close to the data points. The points are really close to my model here, right? So we believe the model is a reasonable one. Okay, what is the slope of the model? What does it mean in this situation? So we have this linear equation. What's the slope? Y equal to mx plus b, right? So my slope will be equal to 26. And what does it mean in this situation? So we could say the worldwide Jubilee sales increased by approximately by 26 billion per year. Okay, number 3. Find the rates of change in sales from one year in the table to the next one list. Compare the rate of change with the result you found in the problem 2. So here, I want you guys find out the rate of change. Remember, rate of change is talking about the slope. We have the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 in here. And then the first column here, this is represent your x. Second column here, this is represent your y. So we have these 2 points. This is considered x1, y1, x2, y2. So the first one, we're gonna do y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, this is the formula for the rate of change. And then use your calculator, you're gonna get the 12 in here. Okay, next year, do the same thing. This is gonna be your x1, y1, x2, y2. So plug in the same formula. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. You should get 32. Okay, try these 2 also. Try this one and this one. Okay, check your work. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. You could get 32 also. Last one, you should get 22. Okay, after you find the rate of change, you're gonna compare the rate of change with the result you find in the problem 2. So for the problem 2, for the linear model, we find it out the slope is gonna be 26. Okay, this is increased by approximately 26 billion per year. So the rate of change from 2009 to 2010, that is equal to 12 billion per year. Okay, that's a big difference. between like M equal to 26 from here. But other than that, like from 2010 to 2011 or 2011 to 2012, we got like 32 or 22. And this is like about close to 26 billion per year. Okay, what is the s-intercept? What does it mean in this situation? So the s-intercept will be 0 and negative 38. So according to the model, the jury sales were negative $38 billion in 2000. So think about it. Is it possible we got a negative sales? No, right? So we call this as model breakdown. Model breakdown has occurred because the sales cannot be negative. Number 5, estimate the sales in 2013. So we want to find out the sales. We want to plug into the linear model. But think about it. This is using the T here. But right now we have 2013. So first we want to calculate what is your T equal to. And the model is talking about T years since 2000. So we're gonna do 2013 minus 2000. So the T will be equal to 13. Now we're gonna substitute T equal to 13 into the linear equation. So plug it in, you're gonna get 300. So we're gonna say, according to the model, the strawberry sales were 300 billion in 2013. And from the table, we see this result equal to the actual sales in that year. So we could check it from the table. From the year 2013, we're gonna get 300 billions. Okay, that's it for the session 7.3.